So I was just sitting here thinking of a story that I should tell you guys. So I figured I'd tell you while I get ready for the day. So I'm gonna do my hair oil, I'm gonna do some skincare, tell you guys a story, and yeah. I would be at work today, but my son is sick and I had to stay home. So I figured, what the heck? But this story happened when I was 13 years old. It was like right after my dad got kicked out, and it was when my mom was still living in my childhood home, the one that the bishop had built for my dad's family before we moved to my grandfather's house. And I was 13. I was just struggling because I was very upset about my dad being kicked out and feeling like it was just unjust and unfair. And so I would sneak out at night. Wow, that was my cupboard. I swear I didn't fart. That was just my cupboard. But anyway, so when I was 13, I would take off a lot and go on nightly walks. And I would just walk all over town all night long. And I wouldn't really get into trouble or anything all that much. I mean, there was some times that I broke into my grandma's classroom and ate all of her ice cream and cookies and chips, but we didn't do any like crazy shit. But this night I was alone. I was by myself, and I was just sad and walking around the UVP garden in the creek. And it was probably like midnight, 1 a.m, and a car came up to me. And I didn't know who it was. I thought, like, oh, who's this? You know, because I had started having an interest in boys, and so I kind of got excited. It made me super nervous, but also, like, excited. And they asked me, like, if I needed a ride home, and I told them no. And they're like, well, you know, it's like, and I couldn't see this person. It was a man. He told me, it's really late. It's after curfew. How come you're out walking the streets? And, like, basically, how come you're out at night so late? Because I think he could tell that I was a pretty young kid. And he said, get in my car, and I'll give you a ride home. And at first, I was like, I don't know. But then it was really cold, so I decided to do it. And so I got in his car, and I couldn't see his face. I don't know who this person is to this day. But I got in his car, and he took me home and dropped me off and said, have a good night, be safe. And the reason that I'm telling this story is because I am super fortunate to have not suffered any sexual abuse as a child in the FLDS. He could have totally taken advantage of me. He could have done whatever he wanted. I was so naive and vulnerable. I honestly, like, if he would have just been nice to me and started talking and yada yada, one thing could have led to another, and I would have done whatever he wanted, because I was so naive and so desperate for attention and love and whatever I was craving at that time. But instead, he took me home and he dropped me off, and I'm super grateful to whoever that person was, because they were a safe male. And the point of this video is there are safe males. There are a lot of safe men that come from where I'm from. And, like, to him, it was just the right thing to do. And that's how a man should be, in my mind. Like, if you see a young child walking down the road and they might be going to get into some trouble, you help them be safe, you know? And that's what he did for me. And so I'm super grateful that he was a safe person in my life and helped guide me to be like, oh, hey, you probably should go home. You're 13 and you shouldn't be out walking around in the middle of town throughout the night. And it was weird because I had completely forgot this even happened to me. And last night the memory came to my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that could have gone so much differently had it been somebody else who was not a safe male. And so to whoever you were, the person that took me home and helped me make a good decision, thank you for being safe. Thanks for being a safe person. The world needs more safe people, and that's an experience of mine where that happened for me. So I think that that's really cool. And yeah, that's my little story for the day. I'm doing my eye patches right now from APL Beauty. These eye patches work so well. Like, I put them on and I'll leave this on for about 20 minutes. But I haven't used an eye patch before that works this well. And I love these. So just thought, why not do one while I do this video? And oh yeah, the oil I was using in my hair is my own homemade hair oil, by the way. Just a second. I just mix grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, and a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, and then essential oils like rosemary, peppermint, what else do I use? Rosemary, peppermint, lavender, and tea tree into my mixture. And what it does for me is it actually really calms down my scalp because I have scalp psoriasis. And so it makes so my scalp doesn't burn and itch so bad, because that's what psoriasis does on your scalp. Like burns and itches at the same time, and you just have to try not to dig your scalp off your body. And so, yeah. That's my story for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If anybody is interested in these eye patches, I can give you some information about them, but otherwise, just enjoy. Oh, I do have my hair oil too for sale. So if anybody wants hair oil, you like scalp treatments, and this stuff really helps with frizz. So even if you're not using it on your scalp, you can just use a little tiny bit in the palm of your hand. You rub it around and then you just smooth over your hair. You won't need to use hairspray, and it's way better for your hair. So I've noticed my hair get length because of what I'm doing with it. So it's nice stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna let these sit and go post this video.